This CNN contributor just might be the most insufferable and inauthentic person on planet Earth, and he's finally being called out.
You could not possibly trust, if you were Donald Trump, knowing everything you've been through, you could not possibly trust to posterity somebody doing you right, knowing full well they're going to do you dirty. He's got to do a deal now.
I can't believe you're actually defending this one. I can't believe this is real. Honestly, I read. It is. I thought, I'm with you. I thought this was a joke.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with him demanding certain things in exchange for naming it after him? You don't think that that's kind of bonkers?
I'm just telling you, if left to history and posterity, someone will always do this man dirty. He's got to take care of himself.
Is that not a reflection of his presidency? If anything, his reputation and legacy being left.
If left to people like Dan, he would never get anything.
So the people who come after, generations like mine, if he leaves a poor reflection, if he leaves a poor legacy, that's his own doing.
Yes.
You don't get the thing. But you would never give a fair, like if you were in Congress, you ran for Congress.
Don't get a participation. No, go to what state he won and name something there.
For being president of the United States.
He's a two-term president.
Hold on a second.
He's going to get something.
Presidents leave legacies. Their legacies determine whether or not people will want to honor them. If you're seeming to acknowledge that people will not want to honor Donald Trump when he leaves the presidency.
And that says more about him.
I'm acknowledging reality. People crap on him while he's alive. What do you think they're going to do to him when he's dead? So here's the thing.
There's a clip we have of you on CNN last August with Scott Jennings, a man I consider to be the most loathsome man on cable news.
And if you don't think he has dementia, let's just discuss the time that when he was on the campaign trail that he tried to perform oral sex on a microphone. If Joe Biden did this,
I hope this is what Democrats do next year.
If
this is the Democratic strategy, congratulations, America. You've already reelected Republican majorities as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, because Trump's approval is in the low 30s. It's in the low 30s right now.
Listen to this one, he says, picking up his mug and making that face of his.
Okay.
Why does he have such an annoying face?
Okay. This old queen sitting there. He's always looking like he acts like he's on the Truman Show or something. You know, he's always looking in the audience.
He said recently to Adam Friedland he sees his role as like a WWE performance.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah,
he admitted it?
He admitted it.
Oh. Yeah, I think that he should be fired from his job. Of course, that's never going to happen. But I think he is such a disgrace to human beings, intelligent conversations, to the truth. He's
not interested in the truth. He's already admitted he's a performer. He's entertainment, and he's playing to an audience of one, which is Donald Trump.
I mean, you know what's amazing to me, Mehdi, is how submissive all of these men are. They want to beat women down and make us submissive, and I'm like, y'all are the most submissive group of men
Literally
I have ever seen. Yeah.
I mean, Jesse Waters at Fox calls Trump daddy. It's a weird thing to do.
Let me ask you, because you're criticizing Democrats who weren't talking about this when Joe Biden was in office, but are talking about it now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely
true.
true.
But what about the Trump officials who spent years talking about it, but now that they're in power, don't want to talk about it?
Look, I don't know what the internal conversations are at the Justice Department or at the White House about the propriety of releasing these documents. All I know is that the president has previously expressed some discomfort about the idea of releasing a bunch of files from an investigation that is closed that may contain names of people who did nothing wrong, but would be smeared if the files were become public. I mean, obviously, there were powerful people involved. I don't think anybody disputes that. And I have said repeatedly, and Bakari and I agree on this, if powerful people got away with things, we need to know that, and they do need to be brought to justice. But it is highly likely that there'll be names in these documents of people who literally did nothing wrong.
CNN got a new head. The head of CNN for the last 3 years, hired by the Trump-supporting owner and operator of CNN, is an Englishman who thinks paying Scott Jennings to lie about Donald Trump is money very well spent. Scott Jennings, who used to be an aide to Senator Mitch McConnell, was not always a rabid, lying Trump supporter. When he first started appearing on television, he was capable of criticizing some of the more extreme Trump positions, but Scott Jennings figured out where the money is and how he could get his own podcast and decided to become the J.D. Vance of CNN. And here is the single goofiest thing ever said by anyone in charge of CNN in that network's history. The lost in America Englishman who heads CNN said, quote, "Scott's like D'Artagnan. He's got his sword out, and he's got about 4 Democrats against him, but he spiked them all off. That's much more like it, I think. He's a worthy opponent, as it were, for the Democrats in the room. And it makes not just good television, but also for in some ways, a slightly deeper testing of the ideas all the way around the table. Good television. Here's how bad that television is that they make over there. The show that Scott Jennings frequents the most is on opposite this program. And that show, on a good night, gets half of the audience of this show. This program usually has an audience triple the size of the terrible television that Scott Jennings is delivering on the absurdly degraded version of CNN presided over by the man who thinks lying for Donald Trump on TV is an honorable pursuit and should be paid for.
During his interview on the Adam Friedland Show, Scott Jennings compared political commentary to professional wrestling, especially describing what he does on CNN as kayfabe, a performance presented as the truth that requires the audience to suspend their disbelief. If he were on a Real Housewives show, that might be fine, but his seemingly endless presence on CNN panels is both dangerous and an insult to all of our collective intelligence. Like so many other grifters, Scott Jennings seemingly has no actual skin in the game ideologically. He apparently couldn't care less about what he's talking about, the positions he pretends to take, but he thrives on enraging the people around him and the people watching at home. Jennings served in communication advisory roles for Bush Jr., Mitt Romney, and Mitch McConnell, and is reportedly regarded as one of McConnell's closest outside political confidants. It's not surprising that somebody who admits to playing just like a caricature of a conservative has had so much success in the current political landscape. But it's pretty amazing how openly he's willing to admit that he couldn't care less. But with Paramount's David Ellison assuring Trump officials that he'll soon make sweeping changes at CNN, don't be surprised to see the little twerp getting his own show. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at Tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.